Hey there, today I'm going to be discussing why the anchor system allows you to navigate the fretboard freely without having to memorize any note names on the fretboard. Now, the way we do this is first by tuning our instrument in fourths, which means the open string tunings are E, A, D, G, C, F. Now the standard tuning would end with B and E, but we're going to use C and F. What that means is that if you play the low string, you move up 5 times, that produces the same pitch as the next string over. And if we continue like this, it holds across the whole fretboard. Now, we're going to get into why that's useful momentarily, but let's just go over how movement across the fretboard is going to change how we think of numbers. So, let's say we're playing the lowest note. We're going to think about that as 0. That's kind of our anchor, as you will. And as we move up from there, we add onto that number. So, this is 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And after 11, we go back to 0. And the reason why that is because these two notes are the same. So after 11, we go back to 0. Now, what is a major scale in the system? So the definition for a major scale in our system is going to look like this. Now, what that references is also the same thing we were just talking about, distances from some note. In this case, we're using the lowest note as our anchor note. So, how do we use it? Well, we go up 2, since our first note number is 2, so 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 0. So, we've just played the major scale along the first string, using this pattern. But if we only played on the first string, well, we wouldn't be able to get where we want to go. We would be stuck just going up and down. So how do we move along in this direction? Well, if you remember our tuning, you remember that by going up 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get the pitch of the next string. So what that's saying is that given any two strings, if you play that one fret there, and you play the next string over on the same fret, it is 5 above our string we were just looking at. So let's set our starting position here, and then that's going to be what we consider 0. Now let's create the major scale, and let's focus on staying in this region. So we can get 0, 2, now 4 could be gotten here, but again we're trying to stay in this position, so we're going to have to move on to the next string. Now the next string is, if we go here, that's a 0, and that's a 5, since we add 5 as we move consecutive strings on the same fret. Now if that's 5, then that has to be 4. So if that's 4, then we know how to continue. 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, but where's our 9? Well, if you go start at our starting position, you have 0, 5, 10, because 5 plus 5 is 10. Then moving down 1, you get 9. So we can complete our scale now. So we have 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 0.